Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and good evening my beautiful ladies here. So my name is Akila and this is my partner Sophia Awanis. Now, imagine asking a 10-year-old boy, "Hey, do you want to go to the ride for a bicycle park?" But the boy, with his eyes glued to the phone, he answered, "No, can't you see? I'm currently on level 30 of these Mobile Legends apps. I cannot lose anymore." His fingers dancing furiously on the screen, hitting all the game button non-stop. Now, for many teenagers nowadays, this is not just a mere imagination. It has become their reality, and the situation that you've just imagined just now is called as digital dependency. Let me give you a little definition of digital dependency. It is a situation whereby an individual overuse internet or electronics to the point that it affects their daily life. For example, phone dependency, internet dependency, gaming dependency, as well as social media dependency. Therefore, despite all the benefit brought by internet towards us, the growth in digital dependency has actually threatened the future of teenagers, especially in terms of their mental health as well as their learning abilities. Now, my beautiful audiences, digital dependency is no longer just a lifestyle trend. It has become a big threat toward us Malaysians, especially the teenagers. What if I tell you digital dependency can actually increase our stress and anxiety level? Why? Because teenagers nowadays are pressured to keep on update on all the flooded information, all the flooded notification and trends that make it impossible for them to disconnect, to relax from the digital world. Not forget to mention the fear of missing out, or we call them as FOMO, whereby teenagers feel as if they are not doing enough, they are not keeping up with the digital world, making them to suffer emotion distress. This is where digital dependency will elevate our anxiety level. Now, be honest with me. Have you ever experienced a situation when you are laying in your bed, getting ready for your sleep, taking the last scroll on your phone and saying, just 10 more minutes, but suddenly it's 2 a.m., your eyes are wide open and you cannot sleep anymore. It feels impossible to sleep. This is where digital dependency disrupts our sleep patterns. Do you know that the blue light coming out from the phone actually trick our brain into thinking that, oh, it's still daytime, so this person needs to keep awake. And the result, the next day, you will wake up feeling moody, feeling tired, your emotion feels so heavy and you are unable to focus anymore. And the worst part is, the more you use your phone before bed, the worse your sleep will become. And lastly, before I move to the next presenter, have you ever wondered why is it becoming harder for us to concentrate on studying or reading a book even just for 15 minutes? Yes, the overuse of digital screen can actually increase the symptom of ADHD, or we call as attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. Our fast-paced world of digital media, social media, and internet actually has trained our brain to analyze all the information quickly. But when it comes to slow down, when it comes to us to give our full attention, the brain resists. It has been addicted to the speed. Therefore, let me ask you for the last time, how much time more do you guys want to spend being glued to the phone, letting it affect our daily life? So, let's take control, step back, limit your phone time, rebuild our attention span, rebuild our focus and our calmness. Because if we don't, the worst will become.
Thank you. Okay, now, have you ever heard that quote that says, "It is okay to own a technology, but it's not okay to be owned by technology"? These words reflect that it is completely fine to utilize technology. However, if we overly dependent on it to the point where we change our behavior, it is called an addiction. Okay, now, to put in another way, it means that it's fine to use technology, but if we use it too much, it will decrease our ability, our development. Have you ever watched the video in social media where some kids were scrolling on their phone, but they were not actually holding a phone? They were holding nothing. It was their brain assuming that they were holding one. And there's also a case in Indonesia that the kids reported that because he spent most of his days spending on playing online games. So how can this possibly happen? Okay, let's explore more. First of all, digital dependency takes away our attention. It's like we started to multitasking, like scrolling while studying, reading while listening. We think that we are capable to do multiple things at the same time. But what if we do this when we are studying, when we are in class? Of course, we cannot focus. Our brain cannot receive the information as much as easy as we want because we are distracted. So obviously, the learning outcome will not be good and we will get lower marks. Now, secondly, my second point. When we are depending too much on internet, on technology, it will decreases our ability development. How I say so? Have you ever felt any difficulties when your lecture disallows you from using AI tools? Yes, of course. So even you want to read one sentence feels so hard, right? Instead, you type out on those AI tools and you said, give me new ideas, new points so that you can expand about the point later. So remember back then when we do not know what is ChatGPT, we do not know what is Qbot, we were able to do our assignment by ourselves. It means we depend too much on technology, so it decreases our ability to problem solving, critical thinking. These abilities development require effort and times. It does not appear by its own self, so we have to work on it. Thirdly, digital addiction. It causes us poor time management by making us lose track of time. It's like, I believe that everyone here used to say just 5 minutes and I will do my work. Just like, as you can see in the visual aid, just 5 more minutes. No, it's a lie. You end up glued to your phone for hours and end up you neglect your assignments so that you can procrastinate and play your phone for hours. It's clearly not a good thing, right? In conclusion, we have to realize that indeed, technology is a good thing for us. But if we overly depended on it, it will give a bad consequences. It is our responsibility to actually use it wisely so it will not dominate us later, so that we can earn the benefits and keeping away the bad consequences. That's all from us.
8 minutes and 35 seconds.
Okay. The sound just now, it wasn't for them, right?
Yes.
Make sure you time up to 10 minutes, not individually 5 minutes, yeah? Okay, thank you to the presenters. Let's go on to the questioning. Patricia Moore, are you here? Okay, Patricia. You can choose. Who would you like to ask?
I would like to ask Sophie.
Sophie, okay.
You said that we cannot depend on our gadgets because it will lead to procrastination. But how to avoid that?
Of course, we are an adult, so we have to. There's some ways, but I think what's good for me, I will make a schedule so that what should I do at 6 p.m., at 9 p.m. and I know playing phone is good. So sometimes you have to keep your phone away and maybe spend time with your friends so that you won't touch your phone much.
Okay, does that answer your question, Patricia?
Yes.
Okay. All right, another question. Shafia, are you here, Shafia? Okay.
In your opinion, what role should the parents play in managing their children's
generation. So in my opinion, as you can see nowadays, even 5 years old children own their own phones, right? So the role that parents should play here is that they must have the knowledge to manage their children's screen time. For example, my parents during my childhood, they only limit my phone usage for studying matters only. I believe all of your parents also did that once or okay. And then parents also should limit the application in the phone. For example, only let the children use beneficial application such as YouTube Kids and not other games that may lead to digital dependency.
Okay, does that answer your question? Okay, thank you. So now my question for both of you, yeah? So you mentioned that, digital dependency, covers a lot of things, our daily lives, right? Not only socially, but maybe, financially, we've got banking things to do, we've got our work demands and all that, right? In your opinion, yeah, how can we actually limit our dependency, especially socially? Because this is how we connect with people without having to go and meet them and do all the things like in person. It actually saves a lot of time, social media, right? But the tendency to depend on it is very high. So in your opinion, what can we as humans do to, minimize that social dependence?
In my opinion, as we live in this era, 21st era, technology surrounds us. So we really need the usage of technology, especially as Madam said, in connecting with other people. So in my opinion, how to limit that is that, for example, if we want to do assignment, I take the closest example to us. If we wanted to do assignment, instead of just chatting in the WhatsApp group, we can meet up in person so that we can communicate face to face with them instead of just chatting or doing Google Meet. Even Google Meet, we saw the person face, but it does not give the same effect as the physical meetup. So in my opinion, that's how we should limit our usage.
How about you, Sophie?
I think the same as her, because we have the options to whether to text them on phone or like talk to them face to face, and it's so much better if we can bonding, we can build our relationship face to face compared to in text, because we can feel the actually when we talk to someone, we can feel the vibe. Even in terms of studying, in terms of learning.
So are you guys saying we need to make smarter choices and choose better options and make a consistent effort rather than just surrender to the ease of digital things? Is that right? Okay. Thank you guys.